promotional fee has been paid to NBC by United Airlines. United is the first and only airline to serve all 50 states. Fly the friendly skies.
A promotional fee has been paid to NBC by Hilton. When American business hits the road, American business stops at Hilton, America's business address.
Sunday, on an all-new Knight Rider, a deadly double is out to destroy Michael.
We're going for it.
Can he survive a high-flying battle? Sunday.
Season's greetings from the employees of Bullock Builders, makers of quality-built shelf homes, garages, and storage buildings.
Jim Brown Ford Chrysler of Hamilton is the super dealer of Northwest Alabama with a super inventory of 85 Fords, Chryslers, Dodge, and Plymouths. Jim Brown gives you the best of both Ford and Chrysler products, from luxury and economy and stylish new cars to rugged trucks and dependable vans. And when you trade with Jim Brown Ford Chrysler, you get the best possible deal because Jim Brown wants your business. Jim Brown also has a top-notch service department with all the most modern diagnostic equipment available. Jim Brown Ford Chrysler, Highway 78 West, Hamilton.
For sale, 1978 37-foot Marinette cabin cruiser, sleep 6, flybridge, fully equipped, excellent condition. Cruiser berthed at Marina Mar, Florence, Alabama. Contact Norman Laird, call 205-757-1122, or write Cruiser, Post Office Box 2220, Florence, Alabama 35630.
WOWL Television, Florence.
It's Dan Marino to Mark Clayton. Off the deflection by Simpson. It's gathered in by Clayton in the end zone. A 33-yard touchdown. And that play in the third quarter gave Miami a 28-10 lead and all but wrapped it up. Put it out of reach for the Seahawks. Miami goes on to win it 31-10. And this is the Budweiser NFL Report, brought to you by Budweiser. For all you do, this Bud's for you. Hi again, everybody. I'm Bob Costas, along with Bill McAtee and Pete Axthelm in New York. We'll be going to Ahmad Rashad for locker room interviews in just a few moments. Miami now counting this playoff victory 15-2 on the year, and they await the winner of tomorrow's Pittsburgh-Denver game at Mile High Stadium, and they'll take on that club in the AFC Championship contest next weekend at the Orange Bowl in Miami. Let's take a look at how they dispatched the Seahawks today, more than avenging their 27-20 loss of a year ago. The Orange Bowl, of course, was the scene of that loss in 1983. They reverse it this time around. It's Marino going to Mark Clayton for a 20-yard hookup, and it sets up a play a few plays later, which sees Tony Nathan go in from 14 yards out for the game's first touchdown in the first quarter, and after the Uwe von Schamann point after, it's 7-0. In favor of the Miami Dolphins. A Norm Johnson field goal of 27 yards cut it to 7-3, but back comes Marino on the pass to Jimmy Cefalo, one of the unsung receivers on the Miami roster, a 34-yard touchdown, and it's 14-3. Seattle climbs back to 14-10 before halftime, 56-yard pass from Dave Craig to Steve Largent. The veteran takes it in, and it looked like the Seahawks had a good chance at intermission, but it was all Miami in the second half. This is part of it. After a holding penalty kept the Miami drive alive, Bruce Hardy is on the receiving end of a 3-yard touchdown pass in the third quarter, and then Marino comes back on the play we just saw, his third scoring throw of the afternoon. Keith Simpson looks like he makes the deflection, but Mark Clayton, showing great concentration, stays with it. It turns out to be a 33-yard touchdown pass from Marino to Clayton, makes it 28-10. Von Schamann adds a field goal later. 31-10 is the final score. Unofficially, the stats on Marino: he completed 21 of 33, 262 yards, 3 touchdowns, 2 interceptions, both in the first half, both picked off by the Seahawks' John Harris. Dave Craig, on the other hand, was 20 of 34, 220 yards, did not suffer an interception, threw for 1 touchdown. But another key stat is this: the Seattle Seahawks were unable to sack Dan Marino all day. During the regular season, he was sacked only 14 times. The keys to that: this offensive line, left to right, John Giesler, Roy Foster, the All-Pro center Dwight Stevenson, the right guard Ed Newman, and Cleveland Green, the right tackle. Cleveland Green blocked Jacob Green today. John Giesler blocked Jeff Bryant, and their performances, as much as anything, giving Marino time, one of the keys to Miami's romp. We'll be back with Ahmad Rashad in the locker room when the Budweiser NFL Report continues.
To everyone in the spotlight, before the show begins, this bud's for you.
This bud's for you. There's no one else who does it quite the way you do. Okay. The way you do. So here's you. For all you do. The king of beers is coming through.
Showtime, babe. Hey, just for you, that distinctively clean, crisp taste that says Budweiser.
Hey, man, nice job.
This Bud's for you.
Taking a look at other important factors in today's game, the almost total absence of a ground attack by the Seahawks in sharp contrast to a week ago when it was their ground game, which did the Raiders in unofficially. Dan Dornick had just 31 yards, and perhaps the play as much as anything which summed up the job which Miami's defense did today, Bob Brzezinski stopping Dornick on 4th and short with about 7 or 8 minutes to play in the ball game. It was a last-gasp situation. Seattle might have had some outside chance if they had sustained that drive, but Brzezinski was able to make the stop. Let's go now down to the Orange Bowl and join Ahmad Rashad with Mark Clayton, one of today's Miami heroes. Ahmad?
Thanks, Bobby. One of the big offensive plays was made by this man who's been making them all year. How in the world can they cover you? On a play that you caught down on the other sideline, the ball was not, you were totally covered and you came up with the pass.
Well, it's just aggressiveness, I feel, going after the ball. He was there perfectly, but every time I think the ball's in the air and it's close, I consider it my pass. So.
Tremendous concentration on that play.
Well, yes, I looked the ball all the way in. I knew that if the ball was close or within my vicinity, I would catch the ball.
Okay, now right here, I think you just set a record for high fives. There's about 12 of them.
Well, yes, the players were so excited about us going up by 21 points, and we just wanted to relish the feeling of winning this game and going on to the AFC Championship game.
There's the beginning of all those high fives. Now, another big difference in the Miami football team has been their defense. Now, you guys had a meeting 2 weeks before the season was over, and you've been playing excellent football. Lyle Blackwood, the captain of the defense. What happened in that closed-door meeting?
Well, we just got together and kind of talked it out and kind of made everybody realize by talking it out that we needed to get something done, that we were just playing complacently and we weren't playing aggressively like we were doing in the past. And we just challenged each other to go out and play the type of defense that each man was capable of playing, and that's where it all began, I guess.
Lyle, it looked to me as you kept Seattle off, they just couldn't get any rhythm going the entire game.
Well, we practiced to stop their run. They ran on Raiders last week, and we wanted to stop that, and then we felt we could control their passing game. And with the exception of a few passes to Large and one on me and Don McNeil, we pretty much shut them down.
You've been in this league a long time, and you made the statement this is the best football team you've ever played on.
Oh, without a doubt it is. It's just a tremendous offense that I don't think anybody can stop. And we're coming together defensively, playing the type of defense that we have in the past. It's gotten us to the Super Bowl before, and hopefully we'll get there.
All right, Mark, now listen, do you have a preference of who's going to win? Would you rather play Denver or would you rather play Pittsburgh?
We don't care who we play. They still got to come here, and whoever it is that's on the way to California, bring them on.
All right, you guys played exceptional. Congratulations to you, and good luck next week. All right, Bobby, back to you.
All right, Ahmad, thanks very much. During the week, as you were preparing your feature on Dan Marino, which we saw on the pregame show, Bill, one of the people you spoke to was Mark Clayton, and it seemed to me like you were pleased by his success today.
Clayton is a guy you just got to like him. First of all, last year in the playoff game with Seattle, he only played on special teams. And what's really impressive about this guy, he's not a big man, but he goes out there and he fights on the blocks, and he had a couple key blocks today.
Dan Marino is the kind of guy, and you can tell this just by the aura he gives off. He is not likely to lose confidence if he does not start quickly, and that was the case today.
Well, you know, if you can do it, it ain't bragging, the old saying, and he certainly can do it. And what's very funny is that he throws 3 touchdown passes today, and yet over and over again we hear, well, this isn't a typical Marino game. Other quarterbacks, it'd be a great game.
Yeah, you know that you're something special when, if you only throw 3, they talk about it being just a so-so effort. We'll come back and talk with Pete Axthelm, also return to the Orange Bowl, and have some more interviews with Ahmad Rashad as our post-game show continues.
A new idea, like a pebble in a pond, can change the world around it. Technology from a company called TRW puts ideas to work. And when an idea gets going, there's no end to where it can lead. Tomorrow is taking shape at a company called TRW.
Wash and go. On the go with Wash and Go hair. Let it show with Wash and Go hair. Everywhere that you go. Your Wash and Go hair lets them know.
Pert, that's what you want for hair on the go. Pert adds a drop of instant action conditioning, so all you do is wash and go.
Wash and Go hair looks good on you. With style and freedom. Wash and Go with Pert. Wash and Go.
As you heard Marv Albert note, our crew at the Orange Bowl selected Doug Betters of the Dolphins as the player of the game with good reason. He was a key factor on defense. He sacked Dave Craig a couple of times. Perhaps one of the reasons for his success today, he was being blocked by Bob Kreider of the Seahawks, and he's familiar with Kreider because of the fact that Kreider used to be with the Patriots, so the Dolphins played them twice every year. Doug Betters, an outstanding performance today, Axe.
Yes, it certainly was. Betters, I think, even more than being familiar with Kreider, was familiar with Craig. Does not have a high trajectory on a lot of his passes. They try and get a lot of patterns swinging out of the backfield. This was part of the Dolphins' defensive game plan, and it worked beautifully. You know, 2 weeks ago, I was at a Christmas party in Miami with the Blackwoods at a local radio station. The Blackwoods brothers are doing for radio what I do for television. And guys, I don't know what that means, but I just want to throw it in there. But at the time, Glenn kept telling me, we can get it back. We can get to the level of defense we used to have 2 years ago. And today, not only did they do it, but the one pass that they messed up, the touchdown to Largent, Blackwood and Schuler were in a shouting match on the sidelines. They wanted it to be perfect, and they came close.
Now, there's another game coming up in just a few minutes. The kickoff at Candlestick Park in San Francisco. The 49ers, 15-1 for the year, taking on the wild card winners of last week, the Giants. Here's a preview. Today's game is at Candlestick, but the 49ers and Giants' earlier meeting this season took place at the Meadowlands in New Jersey, a Monday night, Week 6. Joe Montana to Ronaldo Nehemiah for the first of 3 first-quarter touchdowns for the 49ers. They ultimately romped 31-10. Montana was the NFC's top-rated passer this year, throwing to Nehemiah, Freddie Solomon, Russ Francis, and his favorite target, Dwight Clark. Coach Bill Walsh says the passing game is the key against the Giants.
They have an excellent defense to stop the running game. They really do. They've had some injuries in their secondary, and I think the forward pass is the way we would approach the game with the Giants.
Still, an improved running game led by Wendell Tyler is one reason why many observers think this 49er team is even better than the one which won the Super Bowl 3 years ago. So, despite the presence of a strong defense led by Lawrence Taylor, Harry Carson and company, despite a good season from Phil Simms, the Giants are double-digit underdogs.
No, that's the best way for us to come in the game, being an underdog. I like it. We play well when the adversity is high, and I mean, the adversity is right up there now. To us, this is our Super Bowl game. You know, I feel they are the best team in football right now.
He won't get much dispute about that, although Miami's performance today might have put them back into the argument. It's interesting, Axe, that people talk about this matchup as the great Giant defense against the explosive offense of the 49ers, and yet San Francisco permitted far fewer points this year. They yielded only 227, least in the league. The Giants, good as they are, gave up 301.
That's true. The Giants played very well against a one-dimensional offense like the Rams. They stopped Dickerson. They can do that. They've got the linebackers in particular. But they've got the cornerback Daniel who's subbing for Haynes, and this is not a one-dimensional team. The 49ers aren't even a two-dimensional team. I don't know how many dimensions they got. I don't think the Giants can handle them. Giants have also spent the week on the West Coast in Fresno. I don't like that. I don't like when a team is out of its element for 2 weeks in a row. I think they're vulnerable, and the 49ers are favored by 11.5 points. And you know how I hate to lay double digits, but I'm going to do it. Take the 49ers.
Now, you need this one to come through for you to at least get a split for the day, because you were the guy that said Dolphins 28, Seahawks 27, and the Seahawks a good choice plus 6.5. Didn't work out.
I may be on that ledge yet.
Okay. We'll be back and return to the Orange Bowl. We'll talk with our game announcers, Marv Albert and John Brody, and if time permits, we'll check in again with Ahmad Rashad when we continue.
Like a lot of people, I'm taking better care of my body. Better care of my skin, too, with Skin Bracer Aftershave. Shaving is rough, so I use Skin Bracer. It cools and smooths skin, tightens pores. That's the tingle. Smells great, too. But Skin Bracer's not cologne. It's skincare that feels good.
Smooth.
Thanks. I needed that.
Skin Bracer, also in spice, takes care of men who take care of their skin.
Skin Bracer Aftershave.
Holiday greetings from Budweiser. The people who bring you Budweiser wish you and yours the very best of everything this holiday season.
Marv Albert and John Brody did an excellent job calling today's game between the Dolphins and Seahawks for us. We'll put them back to work for just a few more moments. Their final thoughts on the game. Marv?
Thank you, Bob. And John Brody is a man who starred as the quarterback for the 49ers for some 17 years. How do you assess today's matchup against the Giants? Do you give the Giants any kind of a shot?
Certainly. If they stay close, I think we've seen so often this year a break can turn the outcome of the game. But I think on paper, the 49ers have everything a team would want. With Fred Dean coming late in the year, picking up as if he started at the first, they are awesome when they get it going.
What can the 49ers do to mess things up? Is there any way at all?
Sure, just fumble a couple of balls, let Lawrence Taylor get his head going, and let Phil Simms get hot, and this game could go either way.
All right, what about the Dolphin convincing victory over the Seattle Seahawks? You surprised by the ease of the victory?
Yes, I was, and I think most people that follow football closely were. I thought they were the better team, but not that much better. I put them and San Francisco right together.
All right, John, let's get back to our studios in New York. Back to Bob.
All right, Marv, just a thought. It probably didn't have any effect on the outcome, but how do the Seahawks punt on 4th and 3 from their own 46 with 10 minutes to go, down by 3 touchdowns? Chuck Knox was the coach of the year by many people's estimation, and deservedly so, but I'm sure some people wondered about that play selection. We'll be back to wrap things up in just a minute.
To everyone in the spotlight, before the show begins, this Bud's for you.
There's no one else who does it quite the way you do. The way you do. So here's you. All you do. The king of beers is coming through. Showtime, babe.
Hey, just for you, that distinctively clean, crisp taste that says Budweiser.
Hey, man, nice job.
This Bud's for you.
This is the way it always is in the playoffs. Marvelous seasons come to abrupt ends. So to get at least one Seahawk perspective, let's go back down to the Orange Bowl and rejoin Ahmad Rashad.
Well, Bob, earlier in the game, before the game, I mentioned that the key to this game was for Seattle to put pressure on Dan Marino. They were not able to do that. Another thing, Chuck Knox says the only way that you can control Marino is to keep him on the sidelines. They weren't able to do that, and so therefore they end up losing the game. One thing about Miami, I think this showing was probably as strong as they've been all year, and they may be the odds-on favorite to end up in Palo Alto in the Super Bowl. Bobby?
All right, we had thought that Ahmad was going to be able to speak with Reggie McKenzie of the Seahawks. Apparently not. We just have time to remind you that we're back on the air tomorrow, beginning with NFL 84, the pregame show at 3:30, and the kickoff of the game at Mile High Stadium between the Steelers and the Broncos at 4 o'clock Eastern Time. And the winner, of course, goes to the Orange Bowl in Miami to take on the Dolphins. Pete Axthelm, quickly here, a pick on that ball game.
Oh, no, we're saving that. I'm going so well, I can't pick anything. Give me a night to think about this and get my computer back in order. It was, you know, I had them by 1 today. I missed another digit. It was supposed to be 21.
What was your thought, just in case Chuck Knox had gone for it on 4th and 3 from the 46?
It would have made all the same difference as if Custer had changed the luncheon menu before the Indians arrived.
The last word today belongs to Pete Axthelm. He and Bill McAtee will be back with us tomorrow. Ahmad Rashad will be at Mile High Stadium to report from the scene. We hope to see you then with the Steelers and the Broncos. For now, so long, everybody, and thank you for being with us this afternoon.
This has been a presentation of NBC Sports, the leader in innovative sports television.
Sunday, on an all-new Knight Rider, a deadly double is out to destroy Michael.
We're going for it.
Can he survive a high-flying battle? Sunday.
Season's greetings from the employees of Bullock Builders, makers of quality-built shelved homes, garages, and storage buildings.
Jim Brown Ford Chrysler of Hamilton is the super dealer of Northwest Alabama with a super inventory of 85 Fords, Chryslers, Dodge, and Plymouths. Jim Brown gives you the best of both Ford and Chrysler products, from luxury and economy and stylish new cars to rugged trucks and dependable vans. And when you trade with Jim Brown Ford Chrysler, you get the best possible deal because Jim Brown wants your business. Jim Brown also has a top-notch service department with all the most modern diagnostic equipment available. Jim Brown Ford Chrysler, Highway 78 West, Hamilton.
For sale, 1978 37-foot Marinette cabin cruiser, sleep 6, flybridge, fully equipped, excellent condition. Cruiser berth at Marina Mar, Florence, Alabama. Contact Norman Laird, call 205-757-1122, or write Cruiser, Post Office Box 2220, Florence, Alabama 35630.
WOWL Television, Florence.
Breckenridge, Colorado, in the heart of the Rocky Mountains, it's the Michelin Freestyle Invitational and the Hawaiian Tropics Celebrity Pro-Am. In the event there was any doubt in your mind, the lady on one of the highest slopes in this range was, and still is, Susie Chaffee, our official host here at one of the most exciting and entertaining ski events in America this year. Hi everybody, I'm Jack Edwards with Susie Chaffee, former U.S. Olympic team captain, founder, three-time world freestyle champion, and the first lady of skiing. Susie, you are the person around whom this competition revolves. What can we look forward to seeing here?
You're going to be seeing some great all-around athletes from 16 different countries doing 3 freestyle events.
What are those events?
Moguls, ballet, and aerials.
We really have some great athletes here, don't we?
Oh, you bet. We've got 5-time world ballet champion Jan Boer from Salt Lake City, mogul champion Haley Wolf from New York City of all places, Sandro Wirth, the sensational aerialist star from Switzerland, and the men's rookie of the year, Cooper Shell from Steamboat Springs, Colorado. We're talking talent here.
For the record, there are several dozen competitors who will be going for all the prizes. This is the second event on the international tour and the only World Cup freestyle event to be held in the United States this season. This competition symbolizes freestyle skiing's evolution from the wild, uncontrolled hot dog exhibitions of the early 70s to a well-supervised worldwide sport, one in which competitors can challenge the limits of control, speed, and gravity. They pursue individual event titles as well as the overall championship. Well, I'm looking forward to handling the play-by-play, and as the skiers come flying down the slope, we'll be joined by Steve Reckschaffner. Now, Steve is the former U.S. freestyle team captain. You've been here all week, Steve. You've seen the skiers in the preliminaries. You're well aware of the conditions on the mountain. What do you expect us to see?
Jack, so far this year, it's been a record snowfall season. The mogul course is so steep, a lot of the competitors are having problems just making it down it. The ballet course is perfectly well groomed. We've seen a lot of 2.5 axles in practice. We may see the first triple ever in competition. And on the aerial hill, it's perfect. It's steep, the in-run's fast, and we're looking for seeing a lot of different triple somersaults and possibly even a triple twisting, triple back somersault. It's going to be a great competition.
Well, and some of the most popular celebrities from television and the movies will also be here to try to show their prowess on the snow.
Plus, there's a special session with the delightful kids from the Special Olympics.
The mogul competition takes place on the Mach 1 trail, world class in its steepness and bumps. No easy ride for even the best skier, and certainly not for you, as you can see.
Before you buy the new Michelin XA4 all-season radial, remember, every XA4 has 20 million miles of testing behind it to prove it performs like a tire designed for the ring and like a great handling highway tire. And to prove it keeps on performing mile after mile after mile. After 20 million miles, the Michelin XA4 proved it had nothing left to prove. Michelin, because so much is riding on your tires.
I feel the magic of your loving touch. Give me your hand. I feel the magic that I love so much. Discover what European women have known for years. The magic of Nivea moisture for hands and body. Let your skin drink it in. Feel the magic. Nivea hand. Feel the magic.
Turns, the quality of them, the rhythm that the skier has on his way down the hill. The fourth judge looks for the aerials, the quality of the jumps, and the judges have decided that this is a two-jump course. Skiers can use more than two jumps if they wish. The fifth judge looks at the overall quality of the run and has to make a decision on that basis.
Strategy is a very important part, Jack, of dual mogul skiing. As soon as the skiers come out of the gate, whoever takes the lead has a speed advantage, and the other skier knows he has to catch up before the finish line, and at the same time he has to make good turns. And whoever gets the first jump into the course has the advantage, and the pressure's on the other skier to come through and catch up and to get his jumps in. Strategy is a very important part of dual mogul skiing.
The women's semifinals, 3 Americans, 1 Canadian. Hillary English against Haley Wolf. Mary Jo Tiempo against Lucy Barma of Canada.
We have Hillary English in the red and Haley Wolf in the blue.
Hillary English on the red and Haley Wolf in the blue. 2 Americans, 2 of the world's greatest mogul skiers. They're both taking wide lines. Haley Wolf with a good speed advantage, really pitched forward, but she recovered nicely. They lose a little bit of momentum, but steps around. Hillary English continuing to pump rhythmically down the slope. Great turns in between the moguls by Hillary. Exceptional quickness. Haley with a little bit of a speed advantage. Haley with a daffy, little spread, and a twister. Hillary English on red, and Haley Wolf in blue. Haley Wolf 4-1.
We have Mary Jo Tiempo in the blue and Lucy Barma in the red.
They are on course. Lucy Barma from Canada in the red. Mary Jo Tiempo from the United States in the blue. They both won 5-0 on the courses which they are presently skiing in the first round. Barma slightly ahead, but she skidded out a little bit wide there. Tiempo holding a great line. Barma getting thrown around a little bit. Tiempo a little bit quicker with the skis. Now Barma picking it up. Good air up higher on the course by Tiempo. Gets caught a little bit back on the skis. Twister by Barma. Tiempo comes across second. The red course for Barma. The blue cars for Tiempo. Let's get the judge's decision.
This is going to be a close one, Jack.
It's 3-2 in favor of Mary Jo Tiempo, and she advances to the final where she will face Haley Wolf in an all-American dual moguls final here at Breckenridge, Colorado. As for the men in the semifinal round, there's only 1 American left, and you see it, John Witt.
We have Philip Braun in the blue and John Witt in the red. This is it.
That would seem to be a slight advantage for John Witt, as the light is clearly better on the red side of the course. And they are off. Philippe Braun, the top seed, getting off to a sizable speed advantage, but Witt is turning very quickly. And now Witt surges ahead. Witt with good speed. And Braun got off his line a little bit, had to turn him sideways. Witt continues to cook down the course. Braun making some very nice quick turns as they get into the flat section. Here's a spread eagle. A Daffy by Witt. Daffy by Braun, and they come across the line. Let's look for the decision. Could be very close.
And the judges say it's 4-1 in favor of the red course. John Witt is knocked off the top seed here at Breckenridge.
We have Jean Dutril in the red and Lasse Fallon in the blue.
Jean Dutril was looking a little bit tired after his last run against Bolesky. And Lasse Fallon looking as strong as ever.
It seems to be slightly better to ski on the red course now that the sun is more on the red than the blue. Dutril on the red, Fallon in the blue. Both with good lines. Dutril a little bit quicker on the skis in the upper part of the course. Fallon leading back a little bit. And he loses his line, has to take some wider turns, ends up taking a spread eagle. There's a spread from Dutril. And a Daffy from Fallon. Dutril holding form, coming across the line. The speed goes to the blue course, Fallon, but I believe the rest of it will go to Dutril. We'll see. And it is 3-2, a little bit closer than we thought, but Jean Dutril advances to the finals. Do you believe this? After a cold day on the slopes, some hardy souls went for the outdoor hot tub. Just ahead, the steam-generating inverted aerials.
Where were you?
Breckenridge, Colorado.
Where are you? Breckenridge. Over 1,000 acres of great skiing, and all the rest is history.
Hello, I'm Dr. Arnold Schaefer with nutrition news to keep you healthy. Diet alone won't prevent cancer, but eating good foods can contribute to a healthier life. The National Academy of Sciences and the National Cancer Institute agree that diet can affect the risks associated with certain cancers. Fruits, vegetables, and juices, particularly those high in vitamin C and A, may be helpful in reducing cancer risk. Citrus fruits are packed with vitamin C, folic acid, and potassium, nature's delicious way to keep you healthy. Whole grains and cereals are good sources of fiber and carbohydrate. If overweight, trim extra calories with low-fat dairy products, leaner meats, and cooking without added fat. An active lifestyle will promote fitness and also help control body weight. Eating right is really preventive medicine.
Haley Wolf in the blue versus Mary Jo Tiempo in the red.
This is the one for all the beads. And it's going to be a close one.
All-American final, and they are off. Haley Wolf in the blue, Mary Jo Tiempo in the red. Haley a little bit quicker on the top of the course. Mary Jo making very nice turns, holding a good line. Now Mary Jo comes a little bit more toward the middle of the course. Haley holding a bit truer line as she's going down the outside side of the blue course. Haley now gets stuck a little bit, loses some momentum. Mary Jo picking it up. They're still very close. There's a spread by Haley. Haley Wolf with a slight advantage. Mary Jo with a spread eagle. Very close to the line. This is for the championship. They both hit the air at the same time. Slight speed edge to Haley Wolf, and that gives her one of the 5 judges' cards. We will see how it goes right here for the championship. 4 to the blue, and a tie apparently in terms of time. Haley Wolf is the champion of the women's dual moguls. Mary Jo Tiempo, second place.
We have for the finals John Witt in the red and John Dutril in the blue.
John Witt has momentum on his side. He's been skiing exceptionally all day, and they're out of the gate.
Dutril on the blue course and Witt on the red course. Witt with the early speed edge. He's cooking with a great line. Witt now varies a little bit. Dutril
preferring to go for more turns. Witt with a good speed edge. No error yet for either competitor. Witt having a phenomenal run, coming down with great speed, challenging the limit. A twister. He comes back looking for his second air now. Witt across the finish line first. Here comes Dutroux. He does a daffy just before the finish. And here we will see the decision for the championship of the men's dual finals. It is unanimous. John Witt is the champion. American John Witt fulfilling a dream by winning in Breckenridge, Colorado. Now let's review the women's top four. Lucy Barma of Canada, fourth. Hillary English of the United States in third. Second place, Mary Jo Tiempo. And topping off the 1-2-3 USA sweep, Haley Wolf from New York City and Team America. The top four for the men, Lasse Fallen of Sweden in fourth place. The other semifinalist, Philippe Braun of France. In second place, Jean Dutroux of France. And the champion, John Witt from the United States. The spectacle of the inverted aerials competition should not cloud your view, because safety is always first with these competitors. During the preliminaries to the inverted aerials competition, we're able to give you a good look at the devices at the end of the takeoff run. They are called kickers. They must be designed to meet FIS specifications. And in fact, every participant you're seeing here in the aerials must meet rigorous safety standards in front of a USSA qualifier. First, they have to do it on a trampoline. Then they have to do it into water in the summertime before they can attempt aerial maneuvers on a snow course like this one. We had a chance to talk with the man who puts it all together. With Mike Abson, the technical delegate from the International Ski Federation, who is supervising this event, how do you get it in gear to get all the right venues to work to your specifications here?
Well, in an operation like this, we use an awful lot of manpower, about 2 to 3 months ahead of time working. We finally finish up about 2 weeks beforehand when the actual on-hill construction is being built.
Talk to us about the aerials a little bit.
Well, as you see in this particular competition, we have one of the finest aerial hills America's ever had. We build it in the summer out of dirt to get a rough shape of the hill. And then in the summer, or in the winter, we get back here and fill it in with snow. We have specific specifications that we have to meet, and we do this with snowmobiles and snowcats and bicycles, etc.
Why the four kickers, four separate launching pads, so to speak?
Well, there's a variety of different jumps done on this. There's a small jump that we use approximately 4 meters from the edge of the knoll. That's for single somersaults. Then we have a medium jump, approximately 6 meters from the edge of the knoll. That's for double somersaults, multiple twisting double somersaults. Then we have a very large jump, the big jump, which is approximately 8 meters from the edge of the knoll, and that's for our twisting double somersaults and multiple twisting triple somersaults. And finally, we finish off with a floater at 10 meters from the knoll, which is where the big upright jumps are done without somersaults.
Now about the landing area, do you do anything special to prepare that?
Yes, due to the nature of our sport, we're dropping from approximately 35 feet on the triple somersaults. So we have a specially constructed landing hill that it's 37 degrees and approximately 35 meters long in length.
Now, the three disciplines of what is known as freestyle skiing now used to be known as hot dog skiing. It was a bit of a renegade sport, but now under the aegis of FIS, the International Ski Federation, it seems that it's becoming more legitimate. Is there a chance that we're going to see this event in the Olympics in years to come?
Yes, right now, with the 1988 Olympics being held in Calgary, they have given the okay. As you might be aware of, each host country has the opportunity to introduce a new sport, and freestyle has been the sport that's been designated as the new one. We have been okayed as a demonstration sport in 1988. Our next plan is to have that changed to an actual medal sport in 1988. We're hoping that will come through with the IOC meeting in this spring.
Do you see freestyle skiing becoming one of the heavyweight events, and specifically the aerials? Would that become one of the most prestigious events in the Winter Olympics?
Well, I think you'll get an opportunity to see this weekend. Triple maneuvers on the aerial acrobatics is something spectacular. It's also a very small venue, and a lot of people can stand at the bottom of the hill and watch the entire competition right there.
Here's a shot of the 100-year-old village of Breckenridge, a little Santa Claus town that's lit up this way all year round. It's really a life-size picture postcard. The ballet finals are on the way next.
Before you buy the new Michelin XA4 all-season radial, remember, every XA4 has 20 million miles of testing behind it to prove it performs like a tire designed for the ring and like a great handling highway tire. And to prove it keeps on performing mile after mile after mile. After 20 million miles, the Michelin XA4 proved it had nothing left to prove. Michelin, because so much is riding on your tires.
There's a good reason why folks call Jim Brown Ford Chrysler of Hamilton the super dealer. Not only does Jim Brown have one of North Alabama's largest inventory of Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, and Plymouth new cars, trucks, and vans, he also has a great selection of quality used cars and trucks. When you trade with Jim Brown Ford Chrysler, you know you're getting the best deal around, and Jim Brown has a super service department with all of the most modern, up-to-date equipment available, plus a top-notch body shop. It pays to do business with a super dealer. Jim Brown Ford Chrysler in Hamilton.
Thousands of men and women are working today because of the helping hand behind this shield. Yes, the Salvation Army respects the dignity of work and the worker and has many ways to help those in need of suitable employment. Men and women can receive valuable career, vocational, and spiritual guidance. Others develop new skills and new confidence through training and education. Those who need help to build new lives free of alcohol or drugs receive counseling, work therapy, and continuing encouragement as they move towards responsibility and independence. Salvation Army daycare centers enable many mothers to become self-supporting. And its youth programs build character and teach important values like honesty and respect for others, which will make these youngsters productive citizens because they found a helping hand behind this shield.
Is becoming dominated now by the specialists, not the combined skiers, but the people who concentrate just on ski ballet.
The choreography today is so important. In fact, the top competitors like Jan Boer and Herman Reitberger both have competitors. The French team have choreographers. It helps expand their whole dance movement, which is important, and it also gets them on the feet, which really makes the performance sizzle.
Well, when ballet first started, the most difficult tricks you would see would be 360 helicopters and forward shoulder rolls. That's developed into 2.5 revolution jumps. We're hoping today to possibly even see a triple revolution jump. Also, the pole flips, just like in gymnastics, we'll see flipping maneuvers all the way up to 1.5 twisting flips and back somersaults with full twists. That was a full twisting front somersault. Well, very well executed.
Very interesting move there.
As we advance toward the higher seeds in this competition, it seems the skiers have a little more flow in their routines.
Whoa.
Connie came up a little bit short on that last attempted double axel. She landed at 1.5, but however, that does not hurt you because the routines are not scheduled ahead of time, so the judges do not know what the skiers will be doing.
Loosening up a bit. Again, with the music.
She's picked up her pacing here, and she's really moving fast as she's heading down the last part of the course. Building up speed for what looks to be an inside axle. Oh, and she opted to go for one instead of the double.
The changes in music give them a chance to show their diversity, and she does have a lot of diversity.
It's very difficult to be using this much energy at the end of the run.
Wow.
And now it's an interesting pole flipping maneuver.
Two of them. Wow. Right on the beat there.
Connie Kissling finishing in spectacular fashion.
Nice camel. She's kind of noted for that.
Jan building up some speed now for her first double axel jump. It's an uncross recross, absolutely flawless. Getting ready for a somersault. A beautiful full twisting front. Very important for the skiers, as Jan does, to exude confidence as they come down the slope.